I came to Sri Lanka thinking it would be just another trip, but instead, everything I knew about travel got turned upside down. Between breathtaking highs and chaotic lows, I learned something about life I'll never forget. Sri Lanka has been on my list for years. I just didn't expect it to test me this early. After a short time in Colombo, we took a train north towards Sigiriya. The cities faded, the noise dropped, and suddenly the country opened up. That was our first real glimpse of Sri Lanka's wildlife and nature. We stayed in a small village surrounding the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Sigiriya, a fortress built on a massive rock rising straight out of the ground. We hiked up Peter Wrangler Rock, and at the top it revealed one of the most incredible views I've ever seen.
I'm not in Finland anymore. I went back to Australia because I ran out of money and I was really broke. And now I'm come back to fund my travel addiction and fuel my addiction by going to Sri Lanka. And we've made it to the Google Images rock right here, as you can see in the distance.
This is one of the moments you travel for.
Really enjoyed our time staying here, and honestly it's one of the most beautiful places we've ever seen. And it's pretty crazy how we literally flew across the planet. We took trains, we paid for all this accommodation just to see a giant rock that someone built a fortress on. It's kind of surreal when you think about it. Like, what are we willing to spend our hard-earned money on? All of these people here, every last one of them, spent thousands of dollars to be here right now, just to see this and experience the cultures. I think that's what travel addiction's about.
The next stop was Kandy. The vibe here was completely different. Throughout Sri Lanka, we met warm, welcoming people, but in Kandy, we got unlucky. The noise, the chaos, and the way people treated my girlfriend left us feeling overwhelmed. It was a reminder that travel isn't always comfortable, and not every moment is perfect.
Honestly, I had pretty high expectations for Kandy. I didn't expect it to be such like a urban environment. Yeah, I feel like because of that, it suffers from a lot of pollution. The mountains trap all of the dust and the fumes from all the cars nearby. We've come and seen the other side of the city here. We're not in the center anymore, and there's a nice little field here, below, going down to the river. I feel like it does redeem itself slightly in that way. I personally haven't really enjoyed my time here. Prefer definitely Colombo and Sigiriya.
We have been really enjoying the other parts of Sri Lanka, and we have been really finding beauty in the country, and we really are people who usually try to look for the beauty. We really see beauty in things that maybe don't seem as beautiful to some people, but still, when we came in here, it was just instant bad vibes, and it's kind of sad because this place really feels like it has a lot of potential.
We moved on to what we were most excited for, the train into the tablelands.
So here we are on the train from Kandy to Nuwara Eliya. It is basically just a trip from the bottom ground kind of level. I guess Kandy's not really on sea level, but it was a little bit lower, all the way up to the tablelands of Nuwara Eliya. Very different nature than what we've been seeing in other parts of Sri Lanka. Yeah, I love these windows. You can just stick your body out of the window and put your life at risk. But I feel like what makes these trains fun is that you're putting your life at risk, you know what I mean? We put our hard-earned money into a train with less safety standards. We travel across the world just to go to a train to hang out the side of it and risk our lives. I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah, this would not pass in Finland or Australia.
6 hours later, we arrived in Nuwara Eliya, where we'd spend the next 4 days. Sitting 1,868 meters above sea level, Nuwara Eliya felt like a different world. Known for its colonial history, tea plantations, and cool mountain air, it was calm in a way we hadn't felt yet on this trip. Sri Lanka is still dealing with a serious financial crisis, and many people are struggling. But even so, the warmth and hospitality here were impossible to ignore.
So here we are, we're in the middle of a park in Nuwara Eliya, and as you can see, there is horses in the field over here. This is not really the best side of the field over here. There's a bit of rubbish over there, but up there it's a little bit nicer, like there's a nice grass field for them. But it was very surprising. We were just walking, actually in a car, and we suddenly found heaps and heaps of these horses just randomly here. But apparently in April and December they do like horse racing around here, which is kind of cool. You know, you don't really expect this when you go to Nuwara Eliya. Also, I got a fire coffee.
Nuwara Eliya felt peaceful, almost unreal. But the higher we climbed, the quieter everything became. We hiked toward the highest village in Sri Lanka, and it felt completely removed from the rest of the country. It was beautiful, but there was something unsettling about it. As we walked deeper into the village, dogs started barking, one then another, until they were surrounding us. An elderly woman came out of our house, trying to call them back. They didn't stop. Another dog appeared from the roof of a house. They kept circling, growling, getting closer. For the first time on this trip, I genuinely thought we might get bitten. By a hair we escaped and left the village as fast as we could. From there, we moved on to Wadella.
Alright, so now we're just in Whoop. Okay. But here we are, we're in the middle of Whoop on the railroad tracks. We're currently walking to our accommodation. Everyone was looking at us like we were nuts when we got off. We looked like tourists just trying to be idiots and like take a photo or a video of the
We
train.
had to like jump out of the train. Like, you know, there's not like a platform. We had to like kind of jump out.
Yeah, you just jump and there's just dirt. And I mean, you can kind of see where we are right now. Yeah, we're in Whoop. But yeah, it felt good to risk our lives hanging out of the train. And now we're going to go and risk our lives walking along a street dog infested railway track. Okay, so me and Oscar have tried to come and climb the Ella Rock, the famous Ella Rock, and it turns out there's a whole industry here built around scams. Like, there's literally random old men walking around, even at the start of this trail, that try and guide you to scam you. It's so fascinating. And they've even painted over the old signs, and you can see here they conveniently block the entrance to the actual trail with all of these branches here. Oh, lizard. Honestly, one of the most high-tech scams I've ever encountered. Like, we were wondering why this random old man was following us before. And I think he was just here for the money. And at the start, they direct you the wrong way. They get you confused. They're saying, oh, this way to get your money. Here is the normal route right here. And this is the scam route. Look how guilty this dude looks. You can see she's giving the money to him. So here we are, we finally made it to the viewpoint up here, and it is freaking gorgeous. We had to avoid so many different scams getting up here. We finally found the correct track, and then once you came up this track, you kind of came up a different path. You could see all of the people that were being scammed come up this separate side path in the mountain, so yeah, it's very interesting. We made it, and this is the viewpoint, and definitely worth it. People from all over the world, and yet somehow we all ended up here, staring at a bridge. Damn, that's crazy. Sri Lanka reminded me that travel, like life, comes with its highs and lows. The lows taught me something, and they made the highs feel even more alive, and that's what makes travel truly awakening. Sri Lanka is full of incredible, honest, and resilient people, breathtaking nature, and even with its challenges, it remains one of my favorite countries ever.